Hi, and thank you for taking a few moments to watch this short video. I would love to reveal my face and my full name, but for obvious reasons I can't. Let me tell you about a very sad and absolutely shocking but very true story. I'm a 35-year-old man and I've been living with this for the last 28 years. He took me away for a few days. I was only 7 years old. When I say he, I mean my father. He sexually abused me that night. Later that night, he warned me. This had to stay between me and him. This was our little secret. Daddy's little secret. I mustn't tell anyone. I spent the next few nights, weeks and months crying myself to sleep. Somehow, I managed to block it out. On one particular day, I just couldn't take it anymore. I told my teacher, who called the police straight away. I gave a full and accountable statement of what happened that night. Somehow a day or two later, my father became aware that I had been to the police. He removed me from the family home, took me for a little walk down the canal side which ran through a little town. He said to me, if you don't go back to that police station, if you don't go in there and tell them you were lying, you made it all up, you will never see your brother, you will never see your mother, and you'll never see your sisters ever again. What was I supposed to do? I was a little boy, I was scared. So I did as I was told to do, as I did on that particular night. I lived in fear for many years. During my young adult years, I learned that this evil predator did not just attack me, but he attacked all of my sisters, all of them, who were subjected to horrific abuse over 15 years. And as I was told about various incidents and various locations, it all made sense. One particular day I caught him in the act, and I shouted at him. He chased me into the bathroom, and he hit me so hard in the face, I knew it was then I had to keep my mouth shut, and kept my mouth shut I did. During different stages of our lives, we all came forward as adults and spoke out, which involved many statements being given and so on and so forth. Now the reason I'm doing this on YouTube is, this evil predator will never be charged, trialled or convicted of his horrific crimes. The police, the Procurator Fiscals and the Crown Prosecution Service all seem to be saying the same thing. It's your word against his. There's no corroborating evidence. The chance of conviction is too small. It's 80%, 20%. Well, whoa, wait a minute. 4 of his 5 kids all came forward, and the system cannot pursue it. The system cannot react. We have all had major problems moving on in life and dealing with it. I myself have jumped off a motorway bridge onto live traffic, cut through main arteries in my hands and wrists, needed blood transfusions just to save my life while he sits and lives the high life. And if it wasn't for the excellent work of the emergency services, I wouldn't be here today to tell my story. He's walking the streets laughing at me, laughing at my sisters, and most of all, laughing at the Scottish justice system. Why? It's all wrong. I've been begging the First Minister of Scotland, begging the Justice Secretary to make a stand up and acknowledge their failures. This is why I've set this Facebook page up. I have an ongoing petition in it. I want the justice system to acknowledge their failures, and most importantly, prevent this kind of case ever being swept under the carpet again. When victims come forward, they should be heard. I've received knowledge over the last few days. In some cases, victims have come forward and disclosed their ordeal, and they've been told the exact same as me. There's no evidence, there's no corroborating evidence, there's no chance of conviction. It's time to make a change. Time the Scottish justice system acknowledged the way they handle these cases. Time victims were heard, and it's time the abusers were punished. They commit these awful crimes knowing they have a good chance of escaping justice. Please let's all stand up to child abuse and show that it won't be tolerated, whether it was yesterday, last week, last month or 20 years ago. We will not tolerate child abuse. We ask the justice system to change their ways and show these evil men they will be punished for their heinous crimes. I thank you for listening. If you can visit my Facebook page, Justice for Historic Abuse Victims, there's a petition on there. If you can read and sign it and share it, I would very much appreciate it. We cannot take back what happened in the past, but we can prevent what happens in the future. Let's protect our children. Let's all stand up to child abuse. Help me spread the word. Get this out there far and beyond, and let our voices be heard. Thank you.